So we here, the Terry Stop, American Citizens 2, and now Gonzo Gospel. So I'm getting on here to give an update. It's been a while since I've chatted with you folks. Anybody that shows up, I appreciate it, you know. I know there's been some people that follow me for a while and had a bunch of different type of content on here, but I just figured I would oh man, I feel like I should check the title of this thing. Anyway, I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys an update on everything that has happened, transpired. So one of the things, so let me tell you where we are right now. So right now, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we went out and bought a 1977 Dodge Diplomat 2. This here's an RV. It's a classic. 1977, all right? Now, I know it looks a little rough right now, right? But it's going to be the Gonzo Gospel ride is what it's going to be, all right? So we've upgraded from the van to the RV, all right? Due to various situations. Hi, Isabella. Due to various situations and circumstances, here we are now with this RV. And we have this RV, and I think we got a pretty good deal on it. This RV was only $3,000 off of the Facebook Marketplace. Since getting this RV, I've replaced the alternator, the fuel filter, and the battery so far. I still have some more things to take care of, and I'm still having some issues. So I just got me a new battery, right? But for some reason, I was not able to make it necessarily out of the Walmart parking lot. All right. I had jumped the battery. I wasn't exactly sure. Matter of fact, if y'all... So right here, we have the battery here, all right, and it doesn't really start. So you see that there? I feel like that wire should go there, and it would, except that it don't fit, right? It don't fit on there. It's worth a shot, you know what I mean? And then over here, this one, that one's good, because that's, I think, probably the original or whatever. Now, this is the new battery. The reason it's got all this dust on it, is because I've been sanding all the paint off the side of this thing, because I'm going to put Gonzo Gospel on there, right? Because I'm trying to promote my music and stuff. And so this battery here, I got this battery about a week and a half ago, but now it doesn't want to work anymore. And I feel like if I can put in at least 6 months at a job, the battery should be able to too. And I am now reading the comments. Don't tell Isabella to shut up. That's not nice. It's my daughter, and anybody can get it. You don't worry about how old Isabella is. I just wanted to throw all of that in there. Doesn't even matter. We passed all that. We like haters too, Isabella. Don't forget to tell him to like and subscribe, Isabella. This battery's not working right now. Because I went ahead and used all the juice that are available to use in this. This one is currently working enough to run some lights on the inside. Let me show you. Boom. So we got lights. So it does watch. or so it does work. We get some juice, and I know how good the juice is if this light right here works. So that light, if that light works, we know that we got some pretty decent juice. But it's not enough juice to get... Isabella, if you would like to roast, get arced, you can roast them if you want. And it's not enough to get any, to get started. Now, I dealt with that in the, I dealt with that with the last battery. All right. So I've actually went through like 4 batteries. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what my issue is, but I'm not quite sure yet. All right. This is the other security person. Hi.
So just let you know that 11 o'clock the store gonna be closed.
Yeah, the other guy, I just talked to him.
Yeah. You wanna move, yeah?
I'm working on that kind of right now. That's kind of why I'm on here, trying to get some help. You know.
Oh, I thought
so I'm having some issues right now.
From the near, I thought you making barbecue.
Oh shit! You got some barbecue? I like barbecue.
I thought you making barbecue.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on.
Not working?
Well, so I was able to jump it, and I was able to move from over there to over here, and it died, and I was like, shit. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what my issue is, and I don't necessarily know. You know what I mean? My next big move is I got to make it to work in the morning. I got to be working 6.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, but my supervisor told me that you can tell him to move before 11 because no overnight. Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I appreciate it.
No problem.
So, first of all, that's not the cops. No need to apologize to internet people, Isabella. They're internet people. They're not real. Unless they are real, and they're good people. But no need to apologize to internet people. So I got to deal with this. So now I'm under pressure. And it's 10 o'clock, so he came over. So that's actually the second security guard. The first security guard that came over, said that he used to live in his van and he was okay. Everything seemed to be cool, calm, kosher, and content. But here we are. Well, if distracting me is a reason to apologize, then get arcs. I would like an apology. The internet. So, but let me give you guys a few other features of this. So you check the oil up here, right in there. That's where you check the oil, right? There's no door on this side. So this way, if you get pulled over and they come to driver's side window, there's no door. So they can't snatch you out that bitch. So that's a security feature. They didn't even know what they was doing in the 70s. It was a security feature. Back here, there is a generator, but it's not working very well. This is where our wires are to hook up. This that's where you keep stuff. And this right here is the battery area. So they don't want me here. That's what they said. And I don't know exactly how that works if I can't move it. And he let me know a little bit early. You know what I mean? That's still an hour away. So good to know that the American dude that came by was like, hey, listen, I get it. You know what I mean? He didn't say shit. But the non-American dude come over and was like, hey, you can't be here. And I feel like that is part of the reason that they keep trying to import all of these people because the 5 monkeys in a cage situation. Well. So, here we are. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next. Oh, shit. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next. They want me to leave. I guess I might try to be able to jump it, but my mom took my jump box. So, unless they're going to give me another jump, then I'll tell you, at 11 o'clock, I'll go ahead and call AAA, see if they'll come out and give me a jump. But AAA takes an hour to get out here. So I don't know what their schedule is like. But I did see across the street over there, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, there's another RV. You can barely see that deal. But there's another RV over there. And if I can get a jump, then I'll go over there. So, I don't know. We're going to see what happens, though. And, Isabella, don't nobody know what's happening in the comments. It's the comments. It's the comment section of an internet thing. But, listen, for those of you guys that have been with me for a while, listen, we're about to go on a super trip because I'll tell you, I also think, right, something that I'm dealing with is I'm thinking that it's gonna get real bad. So I think it's gonna get bad. I don't know. I also, listen, you guys want to hear some crazy stuff? I think I've been watching a lot of Candace Owens, right? And I got to thinking about my own personal history. And I could be an MK Ultra agent, like a sleeper cell, and not even know it. You could be too. I mean, I don't know what your history is, but I feel like I could be, right? Because I had, in my formative years, between the years of being 7 and 10, I was associated with the military. I went and saw military psychiatrists and psychologists and stuff. I have not had the greatest, the most ideal opportunities. I'll just put it that way. But I'm excited though, because listen, 2026, it's about to kick off. And if anybody was wondering, my retirement plan is societal collapse. That's kind of why I voted for Donald Trump. I didn't know how he was going to collapse the economy or the empire. I didn't know how he was going to do that. But I knew he was going to do it. So the first time I ever voted for a Republican was Donald Trump, because I knew he was going to collapse society. So I was like, let's take that route. I didn't know how he was going to do it. I didn't know he was going to do a complete 180 on the things that he said he was going to do, because he could have collapsed society and made shit better for people, in my opinion. Good. Vote. Very good. Vote to collapse the economy, set the world up. Nice for your daughter. Well, here's the thing. I am absolutely going to, listen, I'll tell you, 100%. She's going to be great, fine, and terrific. In fact, I would bet dollars to donuts she's going to change the world. She's going to be somebody that everybody, you just know, everybody's going to know who Isabella is, and Isabella's going to change the world. All right? She's got two parents who love her. I love her. Her mother loves her. We both love her enough to know not to send her to public school, for one. So we homeschool. We're working on world schooling so we can get out into the world and do things and see things and not be trapped by the 9-to-5 rat race that we are taught in school. All right? She taught herself to read, which was a big relief on me because that was my biggest worry. What if I'm not able to teach her to read? I'm not a teacher. I knew that before I even had kids. That's why I married a teacher. So, but here's the thing. Isabella taught herself to read because she wanted to be nosy all the time. Absolutely. Look, anonymous, no. People survived very well before the global economy concept was ever even formed. That's the facts. And that's what we're doing out here. So we're out here ready, looking, I ain't gonna lie, we looking. We don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. But we out here looking for a community of people that want the same things that we want, which is a better world for our children. And I don't know about you, but for me, paying money just to exist was not what I was taught or conditioned to think was okay, or the way the world is supposed to exist. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I know when I was in 5th grade, is about when I realized that I was a little bit different than everybody else. I didn't fit in necessarily. I didn't want to do all the things everybody was doing because the shit didn't make no sense. So, it's going to be an interesting night. I voted for the dude who breathes money. Yeah, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. How I overcome laziness? I don't. I ride with it. I find shit that I like to do because I do the shit that I like to do. Right? If you like to do some shit, do that shit. It's very difficult to do though whenever you're trying to balance it with the responsibilities of existing, right? That's why we are, a lot of people out here slaves, trying to do all of these things that they believe that people, that it takes to exist, and not knowing that there is a whole parallel community and economy going on around the country, around your state, around the world. That is happening right now because the people think 2020 was drastic. Wait till you see what they got coming down the pike. Wait till you see what they got coming down the pike, because it is not going to be pretty for a lot of people. I promise you that. And I'm trying to get the hell away from all of it. I'm trying to be out here where the people are regular, where they think that, slurping on kids is a bad thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be around those people. Voting, if voting changed anything for the benefit of the proletariat, they would not allow us to do it. Period. I guarantee you that, right? That's why Thomas Massey just lost in Kentucky. And we know he gonna be running for president. Let him run for president. He's gonna run, and I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna support him like he was Ron Paul. You know what I mean? I'm gonna support him like he's Andrew Yang. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do it, cause you know what? This is gonna be it. But here's the other thing too. I don't expect him to win. I expect him to lose. I hope he wins, because then we ain't got to go through all the things that are gonna happen as a result of him losing. Right? Because the only thing that's left if he runs for president and loses is violent revolution. Revolution and revolution. That's what the Great Awakening and the Great Noticing, that's what that is. You know what I mean? Thomas Massey, we all know, motherfuckers support him. You could tell by the victory speech and the concession speech. The concession speech was all about, what are we gonna do now, right? Because it's not over. Because we all gotta keep living in this fucked up ass world. Oh, yeah. Voting for the Epstein protector doesn't help kids. You're right. It doesn't right now. Or it does, right? Because there's a whole bunch of different options that could have happened. Let's not forget, right? Let's not forget that Thomas Massey did get at least half of the Epstein file released. While we haven't had any arrests right now, right? People realize that wasn't all of it, and Thomas Massey doesn't seem to be letting it go. So we get to continue down that track because he's still got another 7 months in Congress. And one thing more than anything else on this planet that protects kids, right? And there's not another motherfucker on this planet that you can convince me otherwise. The person that's most responsible for protecting kids are dads protecting their children. Period. It has nothing to do with who you vote for, because whether what you think voting for the gay dude Neil Oliver or the fucking clueless chick, what was her name, Kamala Harris, you think one of them two would? Hi mom, look, there's my mom right there. She looks like she's a moderator too. You think that would make a difference? Neil Oliver, Kamala Harris, you think that would have been better? Because those were the only viable options in all 50 states. They blocked your message, bro. It says, buddy, if the Epstein class wanted your kids, that would have them before you understood what just happened. So listen, I get it. Listen, that's not true for me. Because you see, I married a woman who cares, and I care, and we don't leave our daughter with the government, because that's where Epstein gets his kids. It's from the government, or got his kids. He might still do it over there in Tel Aviv. You're right, they do. Can we not say nonsense? Well, listen, I'll tell you, the world's full of nonsense. And maybe Anna could come back and give me the other charger thing, because the one I got is about to die. And they want me to leave, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to maybe they'll give me a jump over to the next parking lot. I don't know. We'll see what happens. My world? my world would run. So, top of the list for the way my world would be run, right, is usury would be illegal. Oh yeah, I'd agree with all of that stuff too. Everything you said, I would agree with that also. Right? I'd agree with all of that also. I would agree with all of that. Everybody in the Epstein files, I mean, they could all be arrested, right? And we'll sort it out during trial. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I mean, that's the world that I've come from. That's how the justice system works. Where I come from, we'll just arrest them and let the judge figure it out. You know what I mean? Luckily, I'm not in one of those cities where it's like, we'll kill him and let God figure it out. You know, that's a whole thing in and of itself. But I'll tell you, one thing's for sure, two things for wait. And I sure hell wouldn't sneak Epstein off to Israel and pretend he's dead. Right. Absolutely. I wouldn't do that shit either. But here's the thing I think you might fail to realize. The Jews of Israel, the ones that are in charge, they have their own thoughts and ideas, like most humans. And as a result of that, they believe that God favors them over everybody else. And I think they are absolutely 100% correct. The issue comes when I and the God that I follow is bigger, greater, and the King of Kings doesn't agree with them. Their God, Baal, from my research, very cursory. Their God doesn't like goodness. In fact, from what I understand, he requires human sacrifice, innocent human sacrifice. That seems weird. So I just got 3 back-to-back messages from Gonzo Gospel, and it seems a little weird because I don't feel like Isabella or my wife would have done those things. It's a little off. Yep, you're right. I mean, I don't know about Thelma. You know what I mean? Only Thelma I know is Thelma and Louise. So if you want to enlighten us with it, you know what I mean? I'm here for it. Where's my phone? Where's my charge at? Man, I wish I'd have had more. I'm at 6%. Man. Well, listen, I don't know. Listen, I also make AI music because I don't know how long I'm going to be on here because I could be on here for a while. I still got some things to deal with this battery and trying to get over to the fucking next spot. Like, I still got some things to deal with. Thelema. All right. So I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with all this stuff. They don't close till 11. My battery's about to die on this. And I don't know. But listen, hey, go check out my latest track. You know what I mean? I do AI music. I consider myself an AI artist. You can also check me out on Substack where I write. And AI don't write it for me. It does correct spelling and grammar. Sometimes, I don't even think it does grammar very well. And punctuation. That's, you know what I mean? And it gives me a little bit of feedback to work on. But it doesn't write it. My Substack is 100% me. Love and peace from England. Look at Josh Fox News in the house. Yes, I can do a live tomorrow after work. Listen, this is going to be great. But again, check me out on Substack, Gonzo Gospel. You guys who have been with me from the beginning, we've been through several name changes. We was American Citizens 2, we was the Terry Stop, and now we are in the Gonzo Gospel. We're not even going to include the home Terry Stop Homestead Edition, and we are, because listen, I gotta tell you guys, them lilies and them cannas, people had some ideas about which one was going to survive it. Listen, the lilies as of right now, great. We don't have any cannas. Things didn't work out very well. It was a very stressful and droughtful year last year. So, yeah, that was a whole thing. All right, let's see. It's strange how the batteries aren't charging and discharging equally. So they're not connected together. They're not in series or parallel. They're not in series or parallel. I don't have them connected together. So this cable, right, these cables here go to the motor and the main, right? And this cable right here with this negative here, those go to the generator. That's what it was. They go to the generator. You got the thing too? I got the warning about not speaking about the government too. AAA people are drunk. We need to be careful. So yeah, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to deal with all the things that I've got to deal with right now, because I also have to be to work in the morning by 6 o'clock. I've been having a rough week. Last week was a real rough week. One night I didn't get a lot of sleep, and the next day I had a bunch of stress, and then I ended up slamming my head against the table. It was a whole thing, right? I keep fucking crashing out, which is part of the reason I think I might be an MK Ultra thing. Like, hopefully we'll get more into that. We can talk to my mom about that. And I'm looking forward to talking to my mom about whether or not I'm an MK Ultra thing that does ultra shit. Because listen, I be having some thoughts about some things, and the world is changing, and you know, there's a lot of copper in those data centers from what I hear. Platinum, gold, you know what I mean? Just some things to think about. Listen, it's getting crazy out here. The world is changing. Love you, Bella. Naps are good. Naps are good. I slept relatively decent last night, woke up early today, and I'm going to have to still deal with this stuff because one way or another, I don't think they're going to let me in here. I don't know. I'm just trying to exist. I'm just trying to exist. Show my daughter that there are great things in the world, right? That people are kind and generous, and they're all fucked up too. You know, Jesus knew 12 people. And at one point in his life, everybody ran away from him. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if Jesus, God, the King of Kings, the knower of all, couldn't have everybody support him, what makes you think I'm any different? Well, I'm not any different. All we can do is forgive and move on. That's it. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do with all this shit. And with this night. Because it could be an interesting night. I just hope I can get some charge on my phone. In case it gets interesting, I can hop back on here. Now that y'all already know that, you know, they don't want me out here. I'm just glad Isabella got her cat, Azula, a.k.a. Attack Kitty. You guys will meet Azula. Wish I had Athena here. That'd be nice. But we're going to see what happens, one way or another. The 12 betrayed him in various degrees, but others stayed. And when it's all said and done, God gets to make the final decision. And yeah, I just because Theo Vaughn had a prayer that he was talking about, that he tries to talk to God. And listen, that's where it really is. You know what I mean? Is I know it's Romans 7. I got a song called that, Romans 7. You should check it out. Gonzo Gospel, Romans 7. I don't want to do fucked up shit. I don't want to sin. I don't want to do any of that shit. But I end up doing it. Even though I'm not I don't want to fucking do it. And it sounds crazy, but it started to help me understand about sin. Exactly. We all fall short of the glory of God. And I just feel like Cedric the Entertainer had a really good joke where he shows up at the pearly gates and he's like, hey, yeah, St. Peter, listen, I know I ain't been the best. You know what I mean? I ain't been the best out here. You know, I've done some things. But I know my homeboy over there, hey, yo, Jesus. He said he got me covered. He said he got me covered. All right, y'all, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a good night. And if you happen to be up and something else happens, I'll try to go live if I have enough juice on my phone, which is currently at 4% and no way to charge it. So, have a good night, y'all.